Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just a quick question. I'm an American. Sorry.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
that, was animal abuse not illegal here? Wait, what?
So what do you think this means? So what type of animal abuse are you against? I'll just ask you first of all.
Like an animal,
Yeah.
like a pet cat or something?
Yeah, okay. So that's the only type of abuse that you're actually against, or what about, so would you eat a cat or a dog, for example?
Me personally, no.
Yeah. How come?
Not my flavor. Per
Okay.
se, yeah.
Okay, but you would eat a cow and a chicken and
Sure.
okay.
So you're like a what's the word? Vegan, and you're against all forms of animal abuse.
Pretty much, yeah. But I'm just speaking to people because I want to know what makes the difference between cows, pigs, chickens, and human animals or dogs and cats. So how come you're against abuse towards dogs and cats but not towards chickens and cows, for example?
I would be against the abuse of a cow and all those farm animals.
Okay.
Like if it's not treated humanely, then
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, so if it's not treated humanely, then you would be against it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think it's humane to kill the animals?
There are humane reasons to kill. Yeah, sure.
You mean there's humane ways to kill?
Ways and reasons.
Okay. So what about, would you be able to kill a human humanely?
You're mixing up animals and humans.
Okay, so what's the difference between an animal and a human in all the ways that it matters?
What
You can come and speak to me if you'd like.
what do you mean by all of the ways that matter?
So do you believe that other animals, because obviously humans are animals as well, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
that's a weird way to put it, but okay. Sure.
But do you believe that humans are animals or not? I mean, science says that humans are animals, right? It's scientific, like,
Sure.
yeah. Okay. So all of the ways that we feel pain, pleasure, happiness, joy, sadness, do you think that other animals feel that way as well? I'm not trying to trick you, obviously. The reason that I'm explaining this to people is just because I believe that people aren't aligning their morals with their actions. So I'm not trying to trick you or trap you into a corner or anything like that. I'm just wondering what people's views are of it. But you said that humans and animals aren't the same. Is that right?
In terms of how would you say? Like God-given rights.
Okay.
Like humans have rights, like freedom of movement, speech, blah blah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And
Yeah.
animals, like if a dolphin rapes another dolphin.
Yeah.
Which happens, you don't charge the dolphin.
Yeah.
with
Okay.
rape.
Yeah, but humans have rights to protect them. So
Yeah.
I think that I think that animals should have rights to protect them because, like you said, if a dolphin rapes another dolphin or if a lion rapes a lion in the wild, we have a choice not to do that. So we have a moral obligation and we have laws protecting us. But what's to say that other animals don't have laws protecting them? Like, why shouldn't other animals have laws protecting them? And again, it comes back to this question of what's the moral difference between a human animal or a dog and a cat compared to a pig or a chicken or a cow? What's the moral difference? Because obviously they look different physically, but what's the moral difference?
I'd say it's a societal norm kind of thing.
Okay. Is there anything in the past which was classed as a societal norm, which is now illegal?
Yeah,
Is there any? Yeah. So that's probably not a justification for something to be made okay?
I mean, in China, it's the societal norm to like eat dogs and cats.
Yeah, okay. But do you think, exactly like you said before, you don't think that that's okay? So why not be consistent and think that it's not okay to consistent?
Well, it's not that I don't think that it's not okay. I just want to do it.
Okay.
Like if you were hungry enough,
Yeah.
you'd eat a cat.
Exactly.
Like,
But yeah,
if
I
you're
agree with you. I agree with
enough,
yeah.
you're going to eat food.
Yeah. If
because
there was
food is food.
Yeah, 100%. So like you said, if I was hungry enough,
Yeah.
I would eat a cat if there was nothing else that I could find.
Sure.
If I was in a survival
Yeah,
situation,
absolutely.
are you in a survival situation right now? Or do you have access to a supermarket?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I used to hunt in America.
Yeah, okay.
How do you feel about hunting?
Obviously, I'm completely against it, but how do you feel about hunting?
I was hunting for food.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
quite enjoyed it because it's organic.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
natural as.
Okay. Yeah, so you were hunting for animals for food when you were in America, but did you have the option to find other food sources? Did you have the option to go to a supermarket or to any other place for food?
Yeah, but I wasn't rich.
Yeah.
And hunting costs a lot less than like to buy 300 pounds of elk, and I'm talking about weight, not money. So
Yeah, no, it's all right.
300 pounds of elk
Yeah.
would cost me over $1,000
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, okay. So you're saying that hunting is cheaper?
Yeah.
Yeah,
way cheaper.
okay. Right. But if you did have the option, this is where I see that it's cruelty if we have the option. So, for example, if you have the option to not wear cow's skin, if you had the option to wear something else instead, then why not do that? Why not choose the least cruel option? Do you get what I'm saying?
Are you talking about like leather or something? Like what? I'm sorry?
Sorry, do you want to come a little bit closer to it? Yeah. What if you have another option?
Yeah.
Why not choose the least cruel option? So if you can choose the option where there's no cruelty, because I can tell already that you're a kind person because you've come up to me and you're against this sign. Is that right?
Against the
You're against this sign.
animal abuse should be legal.
Yeah.
Animal abuse should be legal.
Yeah. So you're for the sign or against it? Animal abuse should be legal. You against it or for it?
I'm against it. I don't think animal abuse
Yeah.
should be legal.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying that I can tell you're a kind person, and I can tell that you're already starting to line up the dots. Like as I'm asking these questions, and I can kind of tell that you're understanding what I'm trying to say. Because if there is an option where you're not contributing to any animal cruelty or exploitation, would you not take that option?
Define animal.
You would define animal cruelty to me. You define animal cruelty to me first.
Like what is it called? There's a type of meat that when it's butchered, they butcher it like without any compassion. Like
Okay.
halal or something or other,
Okay.
like that.
So what's the cruel part of halal, for example? What's the cruel part of it?
I don't know any like exact, but I know that in America, as an example, when they
Do you want to come and speak to me?
butcher out an animal, when they butcher out an animal,
Yeah.
they kill it like that.
Right.
Like
Okay. So if we were to, so a quick killing. So
Sure,
if
yeah.
you kill them quickly.
Yeah.
So if we were to kill a human quickly, would that make it okay? Because your justification, I understand what you're saying. Your justification is if it has a quick killing, then it would be okay. But if that is the justification, then surely you would need to be consistent and say that all types of killing, if they're quick, are okay, including for human animals.
For humans, you need a reason that you are doing it, as if like in America, right? And I can't speak on here because I'm American.
Yeah, it's pretty much
So,
the
like-
same here. It's pretty much the same. Or most Western countries have the same sort of morals and laws in terms of animals and the way that we treat them.
So in America, if somebody breaks into my house, right,
Yeah,
and I beat them to death with a baseball bat,
with a human. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
that's not humane,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But it's accepted.
But it's accepted.
Yeah, because
You're like, hey, I
you're
need
protecting
you.
yourself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right.
Cool. But if I did that to a random person outside,
Yeah.
obviously that's wrong.
Yeah.
So one is right and
Yeah.
one is wrong. Or
Yeah.
Right and wrong.
Yeah. So because you don't need, do you agree that you don't need to eat or wear animals to survive and thrive?
I would not agree with that. No.
How come?
Name one food that's more nutrient rich than red meat.
Well, soybeans, for example, have all 9 essential amino acids, and I'm living proof I don't eat animals, I don't wear animals. I'm living proof that I've never felt healthier in my whole life.
Do you
So
take any supplements and stuff?
I personally don't. Apparently, you should technically take a B12 supplement, but the science has actually showed that even with a B12 supplement, even high-level athletes are just as healthy as non-vegans, for example. So people who do eat animal flesh and animal products, they're just as healthy as vegans. So it's now scientifically proven. Do you know the NHS in this country? Do you know?
Yeah.
So it's the National Health Service.
Yeah.
Even on their website, they now state that you can be healthy on a full plant-based diet during all stages of life, including pregnancy. So it's now scientifically proven. But not only that, there's actually world-class athletes. Do you know Lewis Hamilton, the race car driver, the F1?
I'm sorry, I'm not a race car guy. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Okay, so just very well-known athletes, basically all over the world, are vegan. So and I didn't used to believe this either. So I just want you to know that I thought that, for years, I thought that you had to eat animal products to be healthy and to thrive. Because, well, you tell me why you think that we're made to believe this.
I don't know.
Because the industries make huge amounts of money, huge amounts of money. They spend huge amounts of money on marketing to try to continue making us believe that we need to purchase these products.
So you would advocate for, as an example, and I'm asking a question. I'm not making an assumption.
No, yeah, you're just genuinely asking. I get that.
Would you rather, you see a cattle farm
Yeah.
with a bunch of cows on it, and then
Like crops.
a soybean farm?
Yeah.
You'd rather the cow farm not be that and it be the soybean farm instead?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why is a soybean farm better than the cattle farm in terms of life?
Okay, so why is the soybean farm better than a cattle field farm? Say that you've got 2 farms and the same size.
Yeah.
One's full of cows,
Yeah.
one's full of soybeans. Why do I think it's better to use the soybeans rather than the cattle farm? Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah? So number 1, because of ethics. So cows are living sentient beings. They have a nervous system and a spine, so they feel pain just like us.
Absolutely.
And I understand that you're genuinely asking this. you're not trying to catch me out. So I'm glad that you asked, because I used to have the same mindset as well. So the cows are sentient, they feel pain. So when they take, even if they live an amazing life and get fed grass and have nice open space, when they're taken to be killed, they struggle immensely until their very last breath. I've seen it for myself. They struggle, they scream for their lives, whereas soybeans, they don't have a central nervous system or a spine. They don't struggle, they're not sentient. But not only that, we feed the animals that we raise crops, including soy products. So the amount of calories that we actually get, we're wasting so many resources because of this, because we're not just cutting out the middle bit and
Wait.
going
I'm sorry. What? We feed them what? I'm sorry.
crops, including soy products.
Okay, I don't know about here, obviously,
Yeah.
but in America, like most of the cows, they're in a field and
In America,
they eat the.
yeah, okay, that's what I used to think as well. 99% of farmed animals in America are factory farmed. 99%. If you don't believe me, because I didn't used to believe this either, if you don't believe me, then Google it. But even so, the amount of calories it takes to feed those animals, that people are eating those animals, the amount of food that it takes to feed those animals, even if they did live out in big fields, which only 1% in America do, if those soybeans are providing you with all of your essential amino acids and your protein, then why not just go and cut out the cruel environment, like just go to the best source, which isn't ethically wrong?
Well, let's look at it from a the calorie
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah, yeah.
Right? A pound of soybeans is
Yeah.
gonna have like this many.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten them.
Yeah. Okay, no worries, it's fine.
And a pound of meat,
Yeah,
I'd wager that it's worth more in terms of nutrients
yeah,
than
okay.
a pound of
Yeah.
soybeans.
So I used to think exactly the same.
Cost and it's a what's the word?
Most efficient.
Most efficient. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I used to believe as well. Honestly, like everything you're saying, I hear myself with exactly what you're saying, but then once you start to understand it, it completely makes sense. But I think it's roughly, don't count me on this, it's about 10 calories that you give to a cow. So every 10 calories, every 10 calories that you give to a cow, you only get 1 calorie back out. Does that make sense? So say if you gave 10 calories, 100 calories to the cow, you only get 10 back out. Whereas you could just go straight to the food source, which we're giving to the animals. So we could just go straight away and eat the crops, which provide us all of our nutrients.
I'd have to look at it. I don't know, obviously.
Yeah. I think it might have even been more than that,
It
actually.
doesn't seem right
Yeah.
in my head. I'd have to
Yeah.
look.
But when you think about a cow, think about
Yeah.
how big a cow is. Imagine how
huge.
much water you have to give them throughout their life.
Okay.
And how much
What is
food
water?
you have to give them throughout their life.
Yeah.
They're huge. So once they eat the food and they've digested it and processed it, the amount of calories that you actually get out of them is barely anything compared to what you get out of the food source. My main point is that you can live healthily on a plant-based diet. The science proves it. I'm living proof. Even if it wasn't scientifically proven, I'm stood right in front of you now, healthy as can be. I've never felt healthier in my life.
I'm not arguing that, yeah.
No, yeah. Okay, so you agree that you can live healthily on a plant-based diet?
You can, yeah, sure, but I would argue that what is health? You know what I mean?
Okay, what's health? I think I can hold a 1-minute handstand upside down for 1 minute. Can you do that on an animal-based diet?
I've never attempted, so
But that's my
if-
point. You
if I
can
do
be
that.
healthy. Do you get what I mean? You can be healthy, very healthy. I'm not trying to be big-headed or egotistical or
Yeah.
anything like that. But the sole purpose that I'm saying this is because I've never felt healthier in my life, and so many other vegans and people who are on a plant-based diet are exactly the same. It's hard to get your head around because we're told to believe for so long that we need to eat animal products to be healthy. But I promise you,
So how do you feel about the? You guys want to come over here? Or?
Do you want to come and listen to the conversation, or you can come and join as well if you want? Do you guys agree with this sign, or are you against it?
Yeah. It should be illegal.
No, it says it should be legal.
Legal. It should be allowed.
I don't think it should be allowed.
Right.
Okay, how come?
Because animals don't have like voices, so they can't speak up.
Okay, animals don't have voices, they can't speak up.
Yeah.
Do you think that they feel pain and pleasure and happiness?
Yeah.
Yeah? As in all animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that humans are animals as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about, do you know like huge dolphins and orcas are kept in captivity? Do you think that should be legal, or do you think that's cruel and should be against the law?
Because they're
Yeah.
wild animals and they should be able to be free.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so you know like in China they eat dogs
Yeah.
and cats. Do you think that that should be legal?
Yeah.
You should think
Legal?
illegal. Yeah. Okay, no worries.
Obviously.
Yeah, you think that should be illegal? Me too. So what about the animals that we farm and torture and kill? Do you think that that should be legal or illegal? So you know, like farmed animals, like pigs, cows, chickens, cows that we skin for their skin, so to use as leather. Do you think that should be legal or illegal?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said when you torture and kill, like you don't torture animals. Like,
Right.
Well, no, people do, but you shouldn't, obviously.
Okay.
No, you want to know.
Wait, just because obviously we've had an in-depth conversation, and I want these guys to kind of connect the dots a little bit, or just voice their view. So, what is it that you think should be illegal or legal, or which bit is okay and which bit is not okay?
Well, it's like
Killing the animals.
like you, when they kill animals, that's like
Yeah. Okay.
it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be okay.
Okay. So, do you agree that you can live healthily and happily on a full plant-based diet?
No.
You don't. So, do you think that I'm healthy or unhealthy? You can be honest.
Unhealthy.
Because you think that I'm unhealthy, even though I'm stood here talking to you perfectly fine. I'm quite strong. I go to the gym every day. I do yoga. I can hold a 1-minute handstand. Do you think I'm healthy or unhealthy?
I think I could do the same thing.
Yeah, but I agree. So I agree that you can be healthy on an animal-based diet. But I'm saying that you can also be healthy on a full plant-based diet because I'm living proof. And it also says on the NHS website that you can be healthy on a full plant-based diet.
I just don't. Depends what you eat.
Yeah. So you can be unhealthy on an animal-based diet as well, though, can't you? Yeah. You can be unhealthy on any kind of diet if you're just eating junk food all the time. But if you're eating a whole foods plant-based diet, then you can probably be healthy. Because my point is that kicking a dog in the street is unnecessary because you don't need to do it. So eating an animal or killing the animal for their skin when you don't need to do it is also cruel because it's unnecessary. So go on, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, depends how they're killed, really. Some like animals, like on farms, have like a good life and then they get killed for food.
Okay.
But then animals like get killed unnecessarily, like in
Yeah.
pain and stuff. I think that's quite unfair.
Yeah.
But it depends really how you like make it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you mind if I show you a 3-minute movie to explain what I'm talking about? Because I'd never seen this before.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch it? I've got it on my iPad. 1 second. Because I never understood either. Just come into the shade here. I'm live at the moment, by the way.
Is that TikTok? TikTok.
Wait, so no, it's on YouTube actually.
Oh.
Do you mind being on camera or are you okay?
yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Right, so this is what I'm talking about because this is what I didn't used to understand as well. Just one sec.
Yes, I can. I can and I will.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You can't see.
It says it is graphic footage so that you have to be careful.
One thing that unites us as humans is food. And one thing that's common amongst almost all our cultures is the use of animals in food. Supermarket packaging and marketing campaigns may lead us to believe these animals live happy lives. But is this actually the
Are you
case?
sure you're okay to watch this, by the
Yeah.
way? Yeah. It isn't comfortable. Just to
In
let
the
you
pig
know.
industry, piglets who are born too small or weak are considered to have no economic value. Many
This is all
are
in
just
the UK,
left
and this is
to
actually
die.
all standard legal practice. So
Others
this is all legal,
are killed
completely
by
legal
being
in the
smashed
UK.
against the floor. Those who survive have their tails docked, teeth clipped, and testicles ripped out with no pain relief.
Can I have it? You've got my microphone on there.
There you
No,
go,
give
that's
it. No, give it. You don't know what
Can
I'm
you
talking-
tell me why?
You don't know what I'm
Tell me
saying.
why.
Give me the fucking sign. I'll tell you in a second.
Since only
Let me
female
be so rude.
chickens
You're
lay
trying to
eggs,
get her point
male
across.
chicks
Wait,
in the
let me
egg
pause
industry
it.
are
Embarrassing.
considered
Should I got greasy hair?
People react in the weirdest way. Right, I'm gonna hold it between my legs. Where were we? One sec.
But she actually
Okay,
listened
about
to
there.
the conversation.
Exactly. You guys actually came over.
during
Like, everyone's
and
got
after they give
different
birth.
opinions,
Mother pigs are often confined in crates so small they can't even turn around. Since only female chickens lay eggs, male chicks in the egg industry are considered useless and are killed on their first day of life. Most
All
often,
male chicks
they're
are killed on their
macerated
in
alive.
the egg industry.
Chickens in the meat industry are selectively bred to grow extremely big, extremely fast. As a result, they often experience problems walking,
I
standing,
didn't know about this.
And
by the
even
way, until
breathing.
about 8 months ago. Like all of this that happens. I've only just recently learned about it.
Cows in the dairy industry are relentlessly milked, which can cause them to collapse from exhaustion. Out of all the animals we use for food, fish are the animals we kill in the largest numbers. Yet, they're the ones we protect the least from cruelty and suffering. Investigations have often found fish still conscious long after being put on ice.
Pretty horrific, isn't it?
Whether they're raised for meat, dairy, or eggs, all animals are eventually sent to a slaughterhouse. Many are killed by being hung upside down and having their throats slit.
Not again. And I'm an American slash
Yeah, they bolt them then to like make them unconscious and then they slit their throats to kill them. Can you see it?
For pigs, a common slaughter method is the carbon
Literally the worst.
dioxide
How
gas
most
chamber,
pigs are killed in the UK. CO2 gas chamber.
which burns their eyes, nostrils, sinuses, throats, and lungs while suffocating them.
They literally scream. Can you hear it?
What's that say?
Now you know the truth, what you're going to do to help the animals. So that's why I'm so passionate about sharing the truth, because I've always been a huge animal lover and I didn't know the reality of what was actually happening to them, and the fact that we can live healthily and happily without actually doing that to them. What do you guys think? How did that make you feel?
Quite upsetting to me. It's like, I didn't know. I knew some stuff like that would be happening, but not in that much detail. But I feel like people can do a better job to making them like have a happier life, so they can live in their first days of like their
Yeah.
born.
So giving them a happier life, for example. So if, and I used to think this as well, like I was saying to this guy, what was your name, sorry? Jonathan, I'm Emma. That I used to think this as well, but it wasn't until somebody explained this to me where I was like, oh my God, it's so true, and like connected all of the dots. Because say, for example, your friend, if I bred them into existence and gave them a really nice life, if I put them into a big house and gave them really nice food, with their day of execution planned from the day that they were born, would that be classed as acceptable? So why do we think that it's okay to do these things to animals when we don't need to?
I'm not saying that video is right, but I do think that we do need meat in our diet.
Okay, but again, you can Google it. Like, obviously I can't at the moment because my phone's on there, but it says on the NHS website, like maybe one of you could Google it right now, but on the NHS website it says that you can live healthily on a full plant-based diet.
Yeah.
No, I think you can leave meat, especially because we don't.
Okay, so I guess there's nothing else I can say there, because obviously I'm standing proof. I've done so much research. I've been vegan now, which means, can I just ask you if you know the definition of veganism as well?
Is it like where you don't eat, you only eat like fruit, veg and stuff, and no like animals at all?
Yeah, so you think it's where you just eat fruit and veg and no animals, which is partly right, and that's what no animal product, yeah, so that's what I used to think as well. I used to think that it was like an extreme diet, but the official definition is that it's a principle that humans should not exploit other animals whatsoever. So for food, clothes, entertainment, so obviously like vegans wouldn't go to a zoo or a marine park like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So I know that obviously your friend's saying that you think that you need to eat meat to survive, but what about you guys? What would be stopping you from going vegan as an option to stop that from happening to other animals? And you as well, Jonathan.
Like, it's not really much you can do about it, but it's just sometimes you gotta respect other people's decisions and what they feel like they want to do.
Yeah.
To do. Like that girl, she was being quite rude.
Yeah.
She didn't listen to the conversation at all. She needs to respect other people's points.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
They need to take
Yeah.
things or just
Yeah.
Stood there. I remember she walked up behind and she was like, I'm going to cough on her or something. And I just,
It's so rude.
It's fine. Probably, I mean, the reactions that people have are quite a lot. I think when people are faced with the reality of what's happening and what they're contributing to, like for example, I was paying for that to happen to animals for so many years, people can react in the most bizarre ways. But I would just ask you, if you guys wanted to consider even trying going vegan, there's an amazing challenge. No, I know that you don't. There's an amazing challenge online called Challenge 22, and you can stop that from happening from animals yourself as well.
So I was
Yeah.
vegan for like 3 years in
Okay.
the 2010s. Buddy made a wager that I could not, and I was like, fuck you, I can. So
You
I
made
was-
what? Sorry, that you can't.
My buddy made a
Yeah.
wager that I could not,
Right.
and I said, well, F you, I can, and
Yeah.
I was vegan for like 3.5
Exactly. So
Years.
what happened?
I was unhealthy. Like
Okay. Were you getting all the right nutrients though?
I was taking the supplements, and I was on a lot of supplements
Okay.
because I guess back then maybe it wasn't as good as it is now.
Maybe, yeah.
And I was in America, so
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe.
that's real.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
would
mean?
you try Challenge 22 and try it again with the proper nutrients to stop this from happening to animals?
Probably not.
Okay. How come?
Probably not because yeah, you can live
Yeah.
healthily, obviously.
Yeah.
You right?
I keep saying that. I'm
like-
like using myself as
like-
an example.
like- Do you think that you could be more healthy?
I have never, like I said to you earlier, I believe to me it's not about health, that's the thing, but
Okay.
the fact is I feel a lot healthier than I did on an animal product diet.
Okay.
Not only physically but mentally and psychologically, because I know that I'm not contributing to those things anymore. So the fact is, like, there's actual studies done. There's one study done between athletes where they prove that both athletes both lots of athletes performed exactly the same between a plant-based diet and an animal product diet. So it's actually scientifically proven, but also there's so many athletes, like one of the British strongest men earlier this year won a competition for his weight range and he was vegan. I think he was called Tom something or other, I can't actually remember his name, but these athletes are coming out more and more. Sorry.
Did he not win the strongest?
Yeah, so in his category, in his weight, I think it was under like 90 kilos or something like that. So in his weight range, he won the strongest man in May or whatever. So I think maybe what happened for you is that you maybe weren't getting the right nutrients because maybe you didn't do the right research or there wasn't the right resources. But the fact is now I eat definitely enough protein because I eat a lot of seitan, soybeans, tempeh. All right, so nice to chat to you. If you're interested in learning more, there's a documentary on YouTube called Dominion, and you can find it for free on YouTube, and then you can learn more about what happens to the animals on there.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you. Nice to chat to you.
What were you talking about?
That I believe that
That we should go vegan.
yeah, basically that.
And we're gonna find those girls.
What? Why though?
It's nice. Alfie, just go.
You can chat to me if you want. You can chat. It's all right. See you later. Okay. Watch Dominion on YouTube. See you later. Have a nice day. Yeah. Maybe if you've got the right nutrients, you could probably try it again. I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to or whatever, but the fact is that you can save at least 200 animals' lives per year by living vegan and not exploiting other animals.
Right, so, I'm sorry, to go back to another conversation.
That's all right. Back, yeah.
They came
Before,
up,
yeah.
we switch. So, when a soybean farm, is it called a farm?
Probably just like crops. Yeah.
Right. When a soybean farm is made, you know what goes into the making of it, or
Well, obviously we can never.
perhaps I could impart that.
Yeah. So I don't think unless we grow our own food.
Yeah.
Like for example, if I go and buy a courgette from the supermarket,
sorry,
a
what is
courgette or a piece of what do you call it? You call it something different, like an aubergine, an eggplant. Or just anything from the supermarket, any kind of vegetable. You don't know how it's been made, and the fact is that most omnivores eat a partially plant-based diet anyway.
Yeah.
So it's literally just a case of replacing certain things. So in terms of you're saying with soybeans, you don't know how they're necessarily made or processed. Is that right? But you don't.
No, like there is a way that farms grow them, and in order to accomplish that, there needs to be a field, right?
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
and the field gets wiped. That is to say, all of the rabbits and snakes and
Crop
everything.
deaths. Crop deaths. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they all get wiped out.
Yeah.
All.
Okay, so I know what you're saying. Again, this also went through my mind months ago when I was looking into all of this. So crop deaths is a very common thing that comes up, but the fact is that we're feeding the animals that we're eating crops. So there's way more animals that are killed in the process. Like crop deaths can't always be prevented, right? So say for example, if you go out driving on the road, there's always going to be a chance that you might kill an animal or even a human when you're out driving on the road.
Sure.
It's the same as when you eat food. But the fact is, when you eat plants, those crop deaths are accidental. But when you pay for an animal to be killed, you're not only paying for the crop deaths because of the food that the animals are eating, but you're also directly, for sure, like without a doubt, you know for a fact that the animal that you're eating or drinking from, they're going to have suffered and been exploited and died.
Uh-huh.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes,
What are
yes,
your
yes.
thoughts on that?
So if you could say that starting now, all of the farm animals are only allowed to what's it called free range. Or
Okay,
whatever
free range,
that mean-
right.
I'm
But then they're
pretty
still
sure
killed, free range or
Yeah.
organic.
Yeah.
But then they're still killed in the same slaughterhouse. They still don't want to die.
Well, nothing wants to die.
Nobody wants to die, yeah.
No, like nothing. As in,
Yeah.
like, no human, animal, insect, fish, nothing wants
Yeah, so I would
to
say
die.
nobody wants to die because
Nobody.
humans, animals, everyone are somebody rather than something. So I wouldn't call. Hi, you okay?
I think I got in the back of your video. I don't know if it's like, are you live or like?
Yeah, I'm live. Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
not like.
No, it's not a video that I'm going to be putting up
Oh, okay,
anywhere.
oh,
It's
that's
just
fine. I was just gonna actually
live.
Just me out if I was.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's just live.
Okay,
All right.
thanks.
No worries. See you later.
Anyway,
I'm not sure what that was about.
huh?
I don't know. I don't know if maybe she got told to come and say something. I didn't see her in the background. Did you?
Yeah, she was like right there for like
Well, she wasn't even in it.
20 minutes. She's like right there.
There, yeah, but you can't. Oh, right. What, when I was talking to those girls?
Yeah, for like 20 minutes or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
well.
know why she was there like that.
Right.
Weird. I don't know.
Anyway, I think because I've been chatting to you for a while, and obviously
Yeah.
I need to reach as many people
Oh,
as
of course,
possible.
yeah.
But if you are, open to trying it again, then Challenge 22 is
Yeah.
a great resource online. It's for free. But it sounds like if you've already been vegan before, then you already have all the information. I think it's just lining up your morals with your actions, because you're obviously against animal cruelty, because you wouldn't have come and spoken to me with this sign, right? So I feel like it's just aligning your actual actions with your morals and just doing what you believe. But soybeans are amazing, tofu, tempeh, you can get all of your protein, essential amino acids from those sources. So it's just about replacing certain things, not buying leather, like not buying any kind of products or doing anything where animals have been exploited. And you have a huge impact, because then you can also be a voice for the animals as well. I'll go and speak to her after the live is finished, maybe. But anyway, thank you so much. It's nice to meet you. Jonathan, nice to meet you. See you later. Have a nice day. Bye.
Harry's toy chest, he has to buy him from Mark.
You're joking. Do you want to chat to me about it? Do you guys want to chat to me about it? Do you agree or disagree? you want to come and chat to me about it?
Yeah.
Just Kat, I'm videoing, so if you don't want to be in the camera, then stand
I'll
there.
be in the camera.
You sure?
Hey, camera.
Okay, because you're under 18, so I have to ask.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you agree and what don't you agree about it?
I don't really agree with it because it's like just like hurting the animals.
Okay, so what is it about animals that you think should, why shouldn't we be cruel towards them?
Well, I think they should have like the same rights as a person because they're a living thing and like.
Okay. So
just
they're
hurt
living
them.
beings?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so all animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, cats, dogs,
Yep.
chickens, fish, cows, pigs. Yeah, so what about farmed animals? Because obviously the ones that are just... Where's your mate gone? Has he just ditched you? You don't have to carry on talking if you don't want. If you need to go and be with them, then...
No, it's fine.
Yeah, so what about farmed animals? Do you think that they deserve rights as well? Because you said that they're feeling living beings, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, I think they do. I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, so... do you know what the definition of veganism is?
No.
No. Give it a guess.
I don't really know. Being vegan.
Yeah. Give it a guess though. You must know a little bit about
like
it.
Not eating meat.
I used to think that as well. So I used to think that it was literally just about meat, but it's actually the official definition is that it's the ethical principle that says humans shouldn't exploit other animals. So that is including food, clothes, obviously leather, entertainment. So obviously vegans wouldn't go to a zoo or anything like that. Do you guys want to get involved in the conversation as well? You don't have to be in the camera.
Their video.
So you're not actually on the video, just I am. You can, they can hear, I can hear you on there, but you can't see you. But yeah, but that includes food as well and clothes. So do you know what happens to farmed animals? Do you have any idea of like,
really.
do you know how cows milk's made? No. Do you know that the female cows are forcibly impregnated?
No.
No? You can go if you want to, you don't have to be. I know it's like a lot of pressure and they've just put you on the spot. Yeah, like so cows are forcibly impregnated and then do you know that they have to be pregnant for 9 months just like humans?
Yes.
And then when their babies are born, they're often taken away because then we take their milk. So do you think that that's ethical? Do you think that that's okay?
No.
No? Okay. Would there be anything stopping you from living vegan to stop
No.
these animals being exploited?
I don't think so.
Would you
I think
actually
it's just like-
consider it?
Yeah, probably. I think it's just like used to eating meat really because it's like
Yeah.
normalised.
Yeah. So again, it's not just about meat though. So meat's part of it,
Yeah.
but it's also like dairy and eggs.
Yeah.
So can I tell you a little bit about the egg industry as well? Because I didn't used to know about it as well.
I swear that all the chickens are like kept in little cages.
Yeah, so that as well. Well, so basically in the egg industry, all of the male chicks that are born are macerated. They're literally ground up alive, the male chicks on their first day of life because they can't produce eggs. Did you guys know that? That all male chicks in the egg industry, when they're born on their first day of life, they're ground up alive? Yeah, literally ground up. So every time you buy eggs, you're basically, without knowing, paying for male chicks to be killed and ground up. I didn't know that either. It's mental, isn't it? And do you know how milk's made as well? Do you know? So from milking cows, yeah. But do you know the process and like how the milk gets into the supermarket?
They ferment it.
I didn't know either. So many people don't know. Honestly, it's fine. It's normal to not know. Like only half of the population actually knows how milk's made. But basically, farmers forcibly impregnate female cows. And then after 9 months of pregnancy, they take her babies away because we drink their milk and turn it into cheese. The baby boys are killed and turned into veal because they can't produce milk. So when we're buying these things and contributing towards it with our money, we're essentially demanding it. Do you get what I mean? Have you guys ever heard of, do you know what veganism is? No, give it a guess, because he just gave it a guess as well. Can you all stand together? Because I feel like you're like laughing at each other. Do you know what, so give it a bit of a guess. You're not on the camera, I am, by the way. Yeah.
What do you think being vegan is?
What do you think it is?
Maybe they vote for being vegan.
So I used to think that it was. I used to think that it was just a diet, but it's the ethical principle that says humans shouldn't exploit other animals. So that includes food, clothes. So you know how like leather is a cow's skin, or like Ugg boots. None of you guys have got Ugg boots on, but Ugg boots are made from an actual sheep's skin, and they're sometimes even skinned alive. Like some of these cows and sheep, the stuff that they go through, you wouldn't wish on your worst nightmare. So if you guys want to learn more, there's a documentary. Maybe you could all have like a movie night together and find out like for yourself, because I wish when I was your age somebody told me about this, like because I was paying for these animals to be killed unnecessarily for years and years and years. So there's a documentary called Dominion. Do you think you'll remember that? Do you want to write it in your phone? It's called Dominion and you can watch it on YouTube. How old are you guys?
14.
Oh yeah, so maybe, well, it's on YouTube, so it's free, but yeah, I don't know if there's an age restriction on there or not, but yeah, watch that and find out more. But another question is, well, do you think that you can live healthily and happily without exploiting other animals and paying for all of these things?
Yeah.
Do you think you can be healthy?
Yeah.
Do you guys know any vegans?
My aunt, no, my grandma.
Yeah, and she's probably healthy enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that there's world-class athletes. Do you know who Lewis Hamilton is?
Oh, I loved it.
You've heard of Lewis Hamilton. He's vegan. He's a big animal rights advocate as well. So he's against all these. I feel like you're a bit unsure. Is there anything that you want to say? I feel like you're kind of like a bit confused. No? Yeah. Okay. So is there anything stopping you guys from living vegan and not exploiting animals?
No, not really.
No. Yeah, because if you remove yourself from it, that means that so many animals are not exploited on your behalf. Yeah? Is there nothing that you can think of that would be in like a barrier for you living vegan? Sorry, the taste. Yes. Do you think taste plays? No, because I used to think the same thing as well, so I get what you mean, but do you think taste pleasure justifies killing innocent animals? No? What about you guys? Do you think it...
Even if we stop, there's still going to be more.
Do we need to catch the bus?
It's still going to go on.
Yeah, so do you know what supply and demand is?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's like when like something's more needed, they like get more of it.
Yeah, so if you demand it with your money, the supply continues. So say, for example, if everyone had that mindset of it's going to carry on if I don't do it, if everyone had that mindset, of course it wouldn't. But if everyone adopted the mindset and did it together of I'm going to stop voting this with my money, then things would change. But for example, if 100 other people or if everyone else was running around murdering humans, would you still say the same thing, that everyone else is doing it, so why don't I just do it?
No.
So why do it to other animals?
We're not animals, but they are.
We are animals.
No, we're not. We're
A
humans.
human is an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are animals.
Okay, yeah.
We forget that we're animals because this is the human supremacy mindset. We forget and we think we're above other animals, but actually we're the same. Like you guys tell me, what's the moral difference between a human animal and a non-human animal?
We can speak.
The moral difference. So that's just a characteristic. So like ethics. So for example, so basically they feel pain, they feel pleasure, they feel happiness, they feel all of these different emotions, but there is no moral difference. Like there's physical differences, but in terms of the way that we feel, they have the same. So have you guys got any pets? Any companion animals? Yeah. What pets have you got?
Dogs.
Yeah.
Hamsters.
I'm just going to stand a bit closer in case someone tries to grab my phone. Yeah, so you're not in the camera still, by the way. So you've got dogs. Do you know him? So you've got dogs, cats, yeah? So what's the difference? What in the way that they act and they feel pleasure and pain and things like that, what's the difference between cats and dogs and pigs and cows and fish?
They're not
You've got this. You've connected the dots. I feel like you understand it completely. So do you think you would actually consider being vegan then, living vegan?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, there's nothing really stopping me. But it's mostly
Yeah.
like it's probably like harder because
Yeah.
I'm like used to eating meat.
Yeah. But again, would that, if you were one of the animals, would you feel that that's a good enough justification to what's happening to them? Do you want me to show you what I'm talking about? Because I've got a 3-minute movie, like it's a little bit of a documentary challenge. It's quite hard to watch, but I think you can't fully understand what I'm talking about until you see it for yourself. Do you want me to show you or not?
I don't mind.
You don't have to.
You just don't.
Do you want to? No? Do you want to see it?
I don't mind. So, if they want to go, stay.
Or do you want to go?
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't know.
So there's a thing online called Challenge 22. It's a really, really useful resource. Do you want me to give you one of my little handwritten cards that I've written? It's basically, it says on there, so you don't need to write down Dominion either. It says on there Challenge 22, and that's Dominion, the YouTube documentary that I was talking to you about. So this Challenge 22, they give you all of the health advice and like explain all the different nutrients and like give you meal ideas and things like that. So I know that you were saying that you're used to eating meat, but if you were one of the animals, would that be a good enough justification for what is happening to them? No. Because what I realised is that even though I used to enjoy the taste of meat and all of those things, like it was a habit, I was used to it, but I realised that the things that animals go through were so much worse than me missing like a little bit of something. Do you get what I mean? And also, in terms of nutrients, you can still get all of the right nutrients in your diet. But yeah, thanks so much for chatting to me.
All right,
See you later. Have a nice day. Bye. Do you want to chat to me about it? No? Okay, no worries. Okay, are you against it?
I think you should abuse animals.
Yeah, so are you against it or for the sign?
I think I'm just enjoying my meal.
Okay, no worries. Have a nice day. The looks that I'm getting from people. It's like everyone wants to stop, but they don't. Everyone's horrified, but nobody actually wants to say anything. There's a couple over there who are trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. They want to approach me, but we're walking off in the opposite direction. Hi David, you okay? Thank you for being here. It really means a lot, and Marta. Love you guys. Well, thank you for being here for the animals. There's no way in a million years I would do this for fun. It's literally just to stop what is happening to animals. And also, if there's any other activists in the room, please know that you have the courage deep down to do something like this, because it is scary as fuck, but you just have to do what you've got to do for the animals. Come on, someone else come and speak to me. Do you agree or disagree? Agree, disagree? You don't agree? So you're vegan then? So if you disagree, then I'm guessing that you're vegan? No? You probably should be then. It's actually pretty warm. Probably didn't need this jacket. Do you agree or disagree with the sign?
Disagree.
How come?
Because they're like our family.
They're like all of them are then, including farmed animals. So you're vegan. So you're vegan then? You are? Brilliant. I feel like she wasn't telling the truth. I'm not sure if I needed a sign quite this big, but there you go. Agree, disagree?
I don't understand what you mean by that.
That animal abuse should be made legal? Do you agree or disagree though? Agree, disagree? You don't care? Oh, fair enough. Remember that you're an animal as well. I've not had that reaction yet. Somebody saying, I just don't care. Okay. I feel like the only people who actually have courage to come and talk to me are like teenagers. Isn't that interesting? People who haven't been indoctrinated as much. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
You agree that it should be legal?
Oh, illegal. I'm sorry, I misread it.
You should. Do you think that? Okay. How come? How come?
Because they're living things.
They're living beings
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah.
So, what forms of animal cruelty are you against?
Against.
You're on. Well, no,
animal
you're not on the
testing.
camera at the moment.
Animal testing.
Yeah.
I'm against any sort of indoor farming.
Vegan and this is like
Let's just finish asking you.
And any sort of like indoor farming.
Okay.
gotcha moment.
Or any sort of like when you know how you have chickens and they've got
Factory farms
them
then.
in, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they've got them inside the house.
Yeah.
They've got the light on 24 hours so they
Yeah.
produce more eggs, etc.
Okay. Yeah. So like testing,
Yeah.
factory farming,
Yeah.
whether in confined spaces, things like that. So how come you're not against the animals who are, for example, kept in a more open space but then are still killed? How come that isn't seen as cruel in your...
I think I'm against it, but it would be a bit more. In a way, I'm not totally against it because it would be more, in a way, harder to stop that. Because
Okay.
I feel like it's much easier to convince somebody that, like, completely killing and keeping the animal in horrible conditions
Yeah.
is bad, rather than
Yeah.
if they've got like a giant field.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were domesticated like a long time ago. It'd be harder to kind of
Yeah.
put them out there again.
Okay, fair enough. Like, just want you to know I'm not like actually trying to catch you out and kind of interrogate you. I'm just basically, because I didn't understand this either until like a year ago, and I'm just trying to get people to align their morals with their actions and like line things up a little bit. So you're basically saying that it's obviously a lot worse to keep people to keep other animals in confined spaces, but then even with the ones who are kept in big spaces, for example, if I took somebody who knew, like a friend or a family member, if I bred them so that they had a child, and if I kept that child in a big house and gave them all really nice food, would that be and then if their execution was planned from the day that they were born, would that be okay? Would that be acceptable?
It's still messed up, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying it would be much harder to kind of stop that.
Yeah, because it's hard to convince the whole population, you mean? That's why I'm talking to individuals.
Right, okay.
And that's like, obviously, so with the sign, the whole point in it is because if I held a sign here saying like everyone should stop exploiting animals or whatever, then nobody would come and talk to me. But this controversial sign gets people's attention, and I get to speak to people who actually care as well and who are that much closer. So what have you guys heard of veganism before? Yeah. Do you know what the official definition is, or do you want to give it a bit of a go?
It's
Or
about
what?
people who don't eat animal products or animals, or they don't consume any sort of like leather, honey, honeycomb.
Amazing, yeah. So not everyone knows that, and I used to think that it was just the diet. So it's the official definition is that it's the ethical principle that humans should not exploit other animals, for anything. So obviously, like you said, food, milk, clothes, eggs, like entertainment, labour, testing. So do you guys like know what happens in terms of, because I didn't used to know, and this is why, like until 8 months ago or whatever, I found out the truth of how animals actually die, and to me it was like so
I've seen videos.
horrible.
I did a BTEC in animal management, so I know
Oh right,
kind of
okay.
the ins and outs of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
factories and everything.
Okay,
Like that, and
yeah,
how
but
they
what-
treat baby piglets.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So how they cut their tails off and rip their
Rip
teeth
the
out,
teeth
and
out,
yeah.
Cut their balls
Yeah.
off live.
Yeah, so that's obviously like standard legal practice, isn't it? But you know that they all get sent to like the same slaughterhouses. Have you seen footage of animals being killed by humans as well?
They showed me in
Yeah,
class.
yeah. So did it
Like,
affect you?
doing it there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, you guys, I'm guessing that none of you are vegan, right?
No.
You are?
Like that's how my vegan diet. I live on a farm, so we source more ethical.
Right,
So
okay.
when the animal gets too old and it gets sick, you source them.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah,
eat it.
so
'Cause,
if
then
you,
it can't live on. It just lives in pain.
yeah, but then do you eat the animal?
Yeah,
Or?
when it's dead. Because like if it lives in pain,
Yeah.
while it's alive. Like it's just cool to keep it alive
Yeah.
if it can't stay alive.
But would you eat a
properly.
human if they got sick, and would you kill the human and then kill them?
Yeah, why not?
Sorry, kill the human and then eat them.
I mean, if the human is already in pain, and like every single living moment is in pain, like is it ethical to keep it alive then, only because it has a heartbeat?
So that's another thing that I don't call animals because I don't see them as an inanimate object. I see them as exactly the same as they're living beings.
Yeah, no.
Same as animals though. I mean, I think it's like, I'm not a vegan, and I do kind of, for me it's something I would consider in the future once I'm able to kind of fully commit myself to that.
Yeah.
But I think even if you don't eat animals or not, you can't say that they're the same, because I think it's one thing like I think that humans should treat animals with a heavy amount of respect, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think.
So you think that they should be treated with respect, but you don't think that they're the same because
I
they
know that
don't.
sounds very contradictory. me
No,
saying
it's fine
that,
because
yeah.
I used to think the same. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not trying to call you out. I'm not trying to like piss anyone off because
No,
I
of course,
I was in
yeah.
your position. I had exactly the same mindset, but the person who helped me understand this, I will be grateful to him for the rest of my life because I was paying for and contributing towards the most horrific things to other animals for 31 years of my life. So I'm just trying to help other people understand the same thing. Have you heard of Joey Carbstrong? No. This is the guy that I'm talking about. So he's got loads of footage and he does exposés and investigations on YouTube, and he also did the movie called Pignorant. It's a documentary and you can see it on Amazon Prime. That's also a really good watch. But exactly like you're saying, I used to think that animals are different to us. But then, have you guys got any companion animals, so any pets?
Cats, yeah.
A cat, okay. So when you look at your cat, would you say that they are the same as us morally in all of the ways that it matters?
No.
So you don't think that they feel pain, pleasure, happiness? You don't think that they have preferences?
They do, but they have the preferences that they do feel they're different to us. We have, it's. I don't want to say that. I don't think we are more important than them, but I do think that we are. Obviously, we build houses. We don't. Yeah, but they don't carry the same values as us.
They don't carry the same dignity that we have. So they don't.
Okay.
They feel pain. They feel pleasure,
Yeah.
but they don't feel shame. They don't
Yeah.
feel. At least in some instances, like I'm
Okay,
sure there's.
so exactly, yeah, and I agree that they don't feel the same, it's quite the same in terms of, like maybe their cognitive abilities, for example.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? So if that is the justification, which I, in my mind, used to have ish the same thing as well, if there was a human with a lesser cognitive ability to us, would it be okay to exploit them, to breed them, to take their skin from them? Why not?
You know what? If I'm being completely honest, like, I have my ideas of, like, I think humans, I'm not saying humans are above, but I'm saying that we are different in the way where, you know, and I'm thinking in a way where it's wrong. Obviously, it is wrong, whether you, like, when I think about it, it's hard to justify it. I'm not going to try and justify it.
Yeah.
I just do
I'm
think
just going to
that-
stand a bit closer to my phone in case anyone tries to. You're not on camera. You
no,
can.
that's all right.
Yeah. Do you want to come a little bit closer, but just about here? If you don't want to be on the camera, then you can stand here. Yeah. So you're saying that we're not higher than them, but you still think that there's a difference between us and them.
I just feel like there's still the respect, because I mean, what animals eat other animals, we eat other animals as well, and I think that's just something that's been like, that's how we are, that's how we've been since the beginning of the times.
Can you think of anything else that we used to say? Anything else that's now illegal and we see as not okay? Can you think of anything else where we used to say it's always been this way, we've always done it?
Yeah, but then there's some things that are different. Like you've got, for example, people who say like smoking was okay, like smoking was healthy for you. Like obviously now we
Yeah.
know that it's not. But then
Yeah, but in terms of
it's
any
like-
injustices, so for example, human slavery, we used to say that human slavery in, like, you know, in America, for example, we used to say that that was okay, but now we know it's completely wrong. So I see the same with animals, and the fact that we say we've always done it, to me, that isn't a good justification. So when I was discovering all of this, I went through every single justification that I could think of, and I was like, that is not a good enough justification for me to carry on doing and to put them through the things that they go through. Like, if you've seen the footage for yourself, then you understand. They literally. Do you want to get involved in the conversation?
No, it's all right.
No, it's fine.
I just liked when I walked by earlier.
So you saw the
I
sign,
saw
yeah.
the sign said it should be.
Yeah, and
should
I'm
be able. But,
yeah, because obviously, if I held a sign up that said the opposite, I wouldn't get any attention.
No, that's what I
but
thought.
I need something controversial to get people
yeah,
talking
yeah.
to me, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Well done. Anyway,
Thanks.
we were going to
Go vegan. Go vegan. Consider living vegan. Yeah. So you know what happens to cows, don't you, and chickens? Yeah. So it's literally like there's hardly a difference in terms of, for you, it's just about not buying leather anymore and not having cheese and milk, and to the animals it's everything, but to you guys it's the tiniest change. If you need any help, there's a challenge online called Challenge 22. You get a mentor and dietitians and things like that help you. Challenge 22, but honestly, like, to the animals it's everything. But because you're obviously, is it for ethical reasons that you're vegetarian? Yeah. So it's obviously because you don't want to contribute towards the harm. Yeah. But unfortunately, living vegetarian, it's still, they obviously dairy cows still get murdered, don't they? Yeah. What's stopping you guys from living vegan then?
I did. I went for a while.
And then we did the oat milk thing, and then that's supposed to be not good for you. And
I don't quite know what happened. But
You know-
was vegan for quite a while.
Yeah.
You know, well, I
So-
say quite a while, 18 months or something like that. But,
Yeah, so you probably could do it
We could do it,
again
yes.
if the priority is, because obviously what they go through is just abhorrent, and
farming is just, but it's all going that way because it's cheaper. It's just,
and the only way to stop the demand of it is to remove ourselves from it. But even, like with factory farms, I agree that it's horrendous. But then I always say to people, like, if I was to take one of your family members and put them in a nice big house all their lives and give them nice food, would it still be okay to exploit them? Because that's what we're essentially doing with, like, grass-fed and organic and all those things. So if you're
Dressing it up a bit.
exactly, like they're just marketing terms, organic, free range, all these things, just to make us, the consumer, feel better.
Yeah.
So if you're vegetarian for ethical reasons, it's just taking that tiny little step, because then you can defend the animals as well. And even just living vegan, you're saying to other people, I'm against all forms of animal exploitation. And if you stopped and hesitated at the sign, then you obviously care about animals.
Yes,
Oh
we
God,
do.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Life kind of, yeah. I know, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. There's
You've got the good
obviously
work.
nothing stopping you.
No, there isn't anything.
Next time you do your shop, like, you know, and it's just a case of not buying leather anymore, being against like zoos and things like that, and just defending the animals, because if we don't defend them, then nobody does, and then change doesn't happen. And like I was saying to the kids, they've gone now, but like, no, it's fine, it's all right, I'll catch someone else as well. But like these injustices that have happened in the past, we now look back and say that they're horrendous.
Yes.
And it's going to be the same in future. Like, I truly believe that we won't be exploiting animals anymore, and we'll look back one day and think, what the fuck were we doing? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Please live vegan. Do it for the animals. Yeah. All right. Nice to meet you. See you later.
Hello.
Hi. You okay? You're back. Yeah.
I just had something really nice.
Right. You're going to tell me that you had a KFC. Okay.
No, not KFC. It was something else. It was a vegan meal.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been nice.
I had a vegan sausage roll.
Did you actually? Give me a handshake. Thank you so much. Did you really?
I had some wham ass double quarter pounder meal.
Oh, you didn't. Okay. You're lying. You're lying.
I had it.
Did he have it?
Can I tell you a story about my friend?
Go on.
So my friend was vegan because
I
his mum
think
was
you're on the if you don't want to be on the camera, you need to be over here, because you're under 18, so I need to check with you. 9 people at the moment.
So my mate was vegan, yeah, because his mum forced him to.
Right.
And he was vegan his whole life.
Yeah.
And he was like really unhappy and everything, and then
Me and my mates just jumped at vegan.
yeah.
No,
and,
you didn't. That's
no,
grim.
and then-
Imagine if you were him. Put yourself in his position.
he
If you
likes
were,
No, he's
if you were
he likes
against,
it. He eats it every day.
yeah, because he's obviously been influenced. You know how much these industries, how much they spend on marketing. Like the animal agriculture industry spend so much.
As well, how many people actually eat meat? There's a small percentage of people that actually are vegetarian.
Do you respect vegetarians or not?
I respect them because I think that their principles are there, but they just don't know what happens a lot of the time. A lot of vegetarians don't know what happens to dairy cows and male chicks. Do you know what happens to male chicks in the egg industry?
I don't eat eggs, so no, I'm allergic to them.
Right, but do you know what happens to eggs, to male chicks? They all get ground up alive on their first day of life. I can show you a video of what, do you know? Yeah. You are? Okay. Okay. Do you want me to show you a video of what I'm talking about? Not many people are brave enough to watch. Sorry? They get gassed alive in CO2 gas chambers, yeah. I can show you the video. It's 3 minutes. Do you want to watch
No, but I
it?
swear animals are meant to be killed, innit?
How would you feel if someone was saying that about you?
But I'm not an animal.
Yeah,
But you are an animal.
What did God put us on time?
You're not an animal. What do you think?
We're human animals because you call me an animal. We breathe oxygen.
Yeah, right.
Our blood circulates around. Yeah.
Well, so you're
so
saying
do
you're
animals.
saying a tree's an animal.
No, they're not sentient.
Yeah, but they still process oxygen.
They're not sentient.
Do they breathe? They produce.
They've not got a nervous system and a spine. Plants are not sentient. They don't.
Pain receptors.
Yeah, exactly. She
I've got a
knows.
question. So say if like we was to turn vegan,
Yeah.
but still all these shops are still.
Wait, do you want to come a bit closer so you can hear
Not
him?
really.
Okay, that's
I'm
alright.
just saying, like, still all these shops would still end up selling like a bunch of different meats. So even if we was to turn vegan, it wouldn't really make much of a difference.
Do you know what supply and demand is?
Not really, no.
So when you demand it with your money, the supply continues, but when you exclude yourself from the demand, the supply stops. So for example, if there was human flesh in the supermarket and you said, oh, it's there anyway, I'm going to carry on buying it, would you do that? Would that be a good enough justification?
No, because humans are.
I understand your thought process, because I used to feel exactly the same, but I'm here trying to get people to line up their morals with their actions with their morals, because this is what we're made to believe. These industries.
I've got a question for you as well.
It says.
Wait, so even if I wasn't.
Of course. I spent the first 27 years of my life eating meat and like animal products, but then I learned about what happened to animals and I stopped. Like I removed myself from that, demanding it with my money.
I don't know. I'm just here.
I don't have anything against people eating meat when they don't know what happens, but this isn't just about meat. This is about all forms of animal exploitation. So people think that veganism is just about meat. It's not. It's about cow skin, leather. It's about marine parks, like zoos. It's about animal testing. It's about all forms of animal exploitation. It's not just about meat. So I don't have. Sorry. It's Emma Roughly Atwood.
Yeah, but animals eat meat anyway.
Emma Roughly Atwood.
Yeah, animals
let you know that we found
You just said that we weren't animals, right?
Okay. What, and you told her what I was actually...
The sign said like something else and she disagreed with it, so
Yeah.
she was like, and then she like, yeah, she was like, I didn't have time to be M12.
Oh, Emma Roughly. So Roughly. So my answer to your question, I'm not against people, like, I don't hate people who eat meat. I don't agree, I don't necessarily believe that it's ethical when people know about what happens in these industries and continue to do it. Because when you understand that you can live healthily and happily without exploiting animals, because do you think that you can respect animals whilst exploiting them for their fur, their wool, their flesh, their eggs and their milk? Do you think that that is respectful towards animals?
Yeah, because it's
in a
nice.
way, yeah, because it's like,
Animals take double court pounds.
Do you agree with dogs being eaten in other countries?
yeah, dogs is just stupid though, because that's a pet.
Yeah, but some people have cows as pets. But some people. Okay, so what's the moral
So
difference?
is a cow going to be in your living room?
What's the moral difference? If you want to have an actual conversation, then it needs to go both ways. Yeah. So what's the moral difference between a cow and a dog? What's the moral difference? So what feelings do dogs feel that cows don't?
Why would you want to eat a dog?
Why would you want to eat a cow?
Why would you want to eat a cow? Because it's meat.
So we. Sorry.
I was raised to eat meat.
Me too. They're exploiting. Would you take milk from a human
I
and
ate
sell
meat
it?
for like the majority of my life. Because that's how I was raised. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
I'm
then you have a
vegan now,
choice.
like, I
the
went
cows
through
don't have a
point of,
choice.
like, learning
And
about
dairy
it.
cows are still
What do you think
killed.
of like air pollution?
Pardon?
What do you think of air pollution?
What
Like,
do you mean?
like, you know when people pollute the air, what do you think of that?
Oh my god.
What relevance is that?
Oh no, I'm just wondering what your opinions are on that.
Should we just keep it to animals? Because this is about you guys came over to me
Yeah,
because
but
you
why are you
don't.
saying that? Smoking.
Yeah, exactly.
She's against animal exploitation. So when you're vegan, you're against all forms of animal exploitation. It's not about like environment.
Yeah, but pigs are just
You've
like,
come up to her because it's her sign, it's her life.
No, but I've never talked to her. I was talking to you.
if you got paid, this is not a special, if you got paid £1,000, would you eat meat?
No, because I don't agree with exploiting other animals. If I paid you £1,000, would you eat a human?
Yeah?
I don't believe you. Like,
Oh, if you gave me
you're
a
just
£1,000,
saying that to stay consistent. I knew
Wait,
that
would
you were going to
take
say
a
yeah.
grand if you killed the thing yourself or not?
But I don't see it as a thing. Do you know what it means when you say a thing? Is it are animals inanimate objects? No, it's fine because you're trying to understand. Like, I do get what you mean. Like, as long as you're not taking the piss and chatting shit, saying that you would eat a human because that's clearly bullshit, and then we might as well just stop talking.
If they're killed differently in like a nicer way, would you eat it?
if I got paid £1,000, I'd eat a human.
No, what if it just died of old age?
But can you kill a human in a nicer way?
Would you eat something that had like died naturally that started rotting away?
No, that's why they don't do it. I'd rather just eat dog.
Yeah, but I don't see eating other animals as normal. Like I don't see eating.
If we're younger, we need meat to like help our protein.
There's children. People bring up their babies vegan.
Yeah, that's just hot though, isn't it?
But we
Yeah, but
were
that
all
is gonna
raised
be-
to eat meat. That's also weird.
Yeah,
But it's the same. But it's the same, right? If you think that if you think you're like forcing a kid to be vegan by feeding it vegan, how is that different from all of us being fed meat?
Absolutely. So do you know what the number one benefit of being vegan is? I think we need to get out the road, guys. Or maybe not. What's the number one benefit of living vegan? What would you say?
Get protein from it. You get big and strong.
No, from being vegan.
I eat meat.
She's saying what is the benefit of being vegan?
Nothing. You just like
Because you're not a hypocrite. If you're against animal exploitation, are you against animal exploitation or not?
What does that mean?
Like it means using someone else for your benefit.
No, but if we don't kill them, there's going to be too many on the planet.
You know how many animals that we breed into existence every year? Just take a guess. 80 billion.
Exactly.
So if we didn't breed them in,
Chop half of them down and then they reproduce.
if we did, let me just answer one question at a time. If we didn't breed them into existence, what do you think would happen?
I don't know.
Extinction, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not like they're going to take over the world. Like we're breeding them when we don't need to because we can live on plants. So why not just eliminate the exploitation? Oh, right, okay, yeah, that's fine, no worries. Let me take it. Shuffle. I'm going to go over here.
Oh.
Emma Roughly Atwood. You've not actually been on the camera yet, by the way. If you don't want to be on it, then it's fine. Say hi.
I'm here to support.
She's vegan. There's one person here that's vegan. What was your question? Where did you go? Your question was what happens to all the animals? They would take over the world. Is that what you said?
No, there'll be too many, wouldn't there?
Yeah. So they would take over. Is that what you think? If we didn't eat them, yeah. It's like I've heard that one before as well. But I don't think that, I mean, it's not that I don't think. 80 billion land animals are bred into existence, so if we didn't breed them, then they wouldn't take over, would they? Huh?
I didn't really hear what you said.
Just, do you want to come a little bit closer? I just need to look after my phone, so I can't move far from my phone. That's all right.
Alright, well, we're going to go get some salad.
Okay. I feel like you need to watch the footage of what happens to them because then you might stop making jokes. Ask them.
They will eat meat.
wouldn't give up meat anyway.
But it's not about meat. It's not about meat. It's about all forms of animal exploitation. What did you say?
It's not about meat.
Why am I here if it's not about meat? Because it's a mindset. It's a mindset. I don't see animals as being here for me to exploit. It's not a diet. It's a frame of mind. You're an animal, I'm an animal. If you think you're not an animal, mate, you need to go back to school. You're an animal. You're an animal. Who here thinks that you're an animal and who doesn't?
Exactly.
You need to Google it. Of course you're an animal. What's the definition of an animal?
Google the definition of.
You're a human animal.
No, I'm a human, not an animal.
You're a human. What the actual? How is there like 15 kids here and none of them understand that they're an animal? Like,
I feel like we're taught that in primary.
I know. All right, no worries. Watch Dominion on YouTube.
Yeah, watch Dominion. Watch Earthlings as well.
Yeah, watch Earthlings. Watch Land of Hope and Glory. That's filmed in the UK.
Only if it's vegan.
Yeah, but you can get vegan stuff from that.
Yeah, I know.
Right, I'm going to hold up my sign and speak to someone else now.
Do you really want to have your Saturday talking to someone you don't agree with?
What?
Listen to your mates.
It's not about. They've watched. Yeah. Because I showed them 3 minutes of like slaughterhouse footage, so they've kind of like connected the dots a little bit. They kind of get it.
It's ignorance at the end of the day. Like we don't know. Like we don't. If you don't know it, you don't know
Exactly.
it. Yeah,
Like you can't actually comprehend.
And you get a journey. Like you go through a journey of it, right? Like I feel like for me, I went through like mental change when I stopped eating meat.
Yeah.
I went through like a psychological change that now I can never go back to that.
Yeah.
Because your brain literally. Like goes through the shifts of
Yeah,
mindset.
Exactly.
And once you're past it, and that's the thing. Like when I first saw slaughterhouse footage, I probably still ate meat for
a while.
Long.
Yeah.
It doesn't connect with you straight away.
Yeah. For some people, I don't think it does. For some people,
You've got to just keep. You do have to just keep sort of going.
Thank you. See you later. Challenge 22. Try it. Challenge 22 online. You get like a mentor to help you try living vegan. Do you want me to give you a card? Okay, see you later. Yeah. Yeah, you said that it's like a process that you kind of go through.
Yeah, you go through a process and you like it gets to a point where it's no longer an option for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you just,
And-
for me, you kind of change like your perception on how you view animals.
And like thinking back, it's one of those things that I just think like I don't understand how I ever put that in my mouth.
I know, same.
And saw that. Like I remember there was I remember when I first went veggie, and I think it was at the first Christmas that I was, and I remember going into Lidl and seeing like all the turkey like corpses
Flesh. Yeah, it's fucking
just
grim,
lined
isn't it?
up,
Yeah.
and for the first time like genuinely being able to understand that like that is flesh, that's a body, that's a
No, same.
corpse.
Yeah.
And we're all just and all the pre-packaged, you can get it raw, you can get it cut up for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All of this dead flesh that is just sat in the shelves.
Yeah.
More than anything else,
So with
and the
cows-
amount that gets chucked away at the end of the day.
Oh my god, I know. The same with cow's
So-
milk. Like every time I walk past the cow's milk aisle, I just think like I cannot help but think about all of those cows that are hooked up to machines.
Yeah.
And they're literally being pumped. Like, and we've bred them into existence just to do that to them, and then for them to only live like 4 or 5 years, be tortured to the point where they aren't strong enough anymore, and then we kill them for cheap meat. It's like, what the actual, like exactly like you, obviously that happened for you years ago. So basically my little story is like I was plant-based for about 6.5 years, but I was calling myself vegan.
Yeah.
But like I still bought leather, we still bought our dog, but then at the beginning of this year I saw, have you heard of Joey Carbstrong?
Yes, love
Yeah,
Joey.
so I found
Fucking
all
love
of his
Joey.
footage and I was just like,
Yeah.
what the actual
Yeah.
fuck earlier this year?
He's
And
amazing.
and it just like the mask came off. It
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
woke me up to the truth, and I
That's
was
it.
like, oh my God, what are we actually doing? And I literally went through a phase of a few weeks. I was like crying every day. I was so of like, this is what I've been paying for the majority of my life, not even knowing about it, because they hide it from you, don't they?
Yeah, no, exactly.
And like they literally lie to us so that we carry on contributing towards it. And I was like, oh my God. And then I just have to turn it into being like, I have to tell this to as many people who will physically listen. Do you do much activism or not really?
I mean, I'm not really like I'm not like up on social
Yeah,
media,
yeah.
but like
Right.
it's one of those things I really want to get.
Do you want to message me on Instagram and get involved? Because I've just
that's
started
something
like
I wanted to ask you, and then I saw
Yeah.
you with this massive group, and I was like, I don't think that's going well.
So if you find me on Instagram, it's Emma_4animals. And I've just set up like a local group where we're going to sort of, get together and do different types of actions and just like do street outreach like this, or, just like meet up and do it together. Because I feel like if there's a group and like-minded people, then we're stronger and then we can make change quicker for the animals.
Like I always see the videos of like Joey and is it like Mel and Steve?
They're on here at the moment.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so. It's Mel and Steve. Mel, I think it's Mel usually. They were on there a second
No
ago. I
fucking
promise
way.
you, she helped me do this live thing.
No fucking
yeah,
way,
yeah.
that's so
So in 2
cool.
weeks I'm going, because there's only one slaughterhouse in Bodmin.
Oh really?
One slaughterhouse in Cornwall.
Yeah.
And it's in Bodmin, so I'm going to stand outside the slaughterhouse and do a live stream.
I know of one. Red Roof Way.
Oh really?
Well, yeah.
I thought there was only
RJ,
one.
Drive
It's not
past it.
JB something, is it?
No, it's RJ. It's a family thing.
Oh, right,
But
okay.
I drive past it all the time.
Oh my God.
And I follow those lorries with
Fucking
all
hell.
the animals
Oh my God,
in,
I
and
know,
it
I
is-
saw- yeah.
Every time I drive past,
It's
I go like this.
heartbreaking, isn't it? It's absolute heartbreaking. I saw one on the A30 the other day. It was coming off at Exeter Services, and I was like crying my eyes out for ages. But
yeah.
So I'm gonna go into, if you ever want to come with me and like do one of these
100%.
visuals and like video the animals,
100%.
because people don't believe us.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Until they see them for themselves.
Yeah.
So you're more than welcome to come with
What
me.
was it again?
Sorry, Emma_4 animals.
Like 4 like
FOR animals.
Oh there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll follow you back and then we'll
Yeah, no
just stay in touch. And if
Yeah,
you want to
100%.
come with me, where are you based? Oh, you don't have to say because you're on a live. Don't tell me now, but you can message me. You can
I'll message
message
you, I'll
me.
message you.
Yeah, and I won't say either.
Yeah.
But I'm not far from here. But
Yeah, I mean I work over there, so
okay, cool.
I'm always here.
Yeah, I think there's one other
all around.
person. Have you one of Mel and Steve's friends actually, who's coming with me in a couple of weeks to the slaughterhouse in Bodmin. Yeah, so if you wanted to come with me to that one,
100%,
or
I'll try and get off
yeah,
work, yeah.
cool, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
that'd be
like
so sick.
mid-morning time, but
Yeah,
what was your name? Sorry,
Lucy.
Lucy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
So
you.
Emma,
I
nice
saw
to meet
your
you.
sign when I first came out for my bag break, and I was like, I know what that is. I was like,
I
I
knew what she was
fucking
doing.
know. I was like, I know you're regulating all the meat eaters. And I was
Yeah.
like, yes.
Yeah,
bless
yeah.
you. And that's why I
That's
brought
so
the
funny
dog
that
and
you know
cats.
Mel and Steve as well.
Oh, yeah,
And-
no, I've been following because they've been doing all the lives outside
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
slaughterhouses.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they? They're doing a lot for the animals.
No,
But yeah, thank you. It's nice to
all right.
meet you.
Yeah, nice to
See you later. Bye. Don't know. Yeah, they're still there. Legal. Legal? You think it should be legal? No? Okay. Why not? Why do you not think it should be made legal? You don't know? Okay, so what type of animal abuse are you against? It's not a trick question. That's all right. You don't need to chat to me. It's fine. You can go. No, chat to me.
Oh, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
You just got me thinking. That's all.
Yeah. I'm vegan.
Sorry?
I'm vegan. I'm saying that no types of animal exploitation should be okay. No types of animal cruelty should be okay. So,
Cows, pigs,
yeah, yeah. Because they suffer until their very last breath. And I don't see the difference between a human animal, a dog, or a cow or a pig. And the reason I'm holding this sign up is to get people's attention, otherwise they wouldn't speak to me. Do you want to chat to me?
No,
Why not?
We were just
Why not?
looking,
Come and chat to me. Come and chat to me. Why not?
She was like, it says legal on it. I thought, I said, no, it don't. It said illegal. And I went over and went
Come
like
and talk to me about it. Tell her that she needs
When
to
we
live
come back.
vegan. Okay, yeah, right. Tell her to watch Dominion on YouTube. Dominion, yeah.
If that's what they're trying to do with the octopus, isn't it?
Sorry?
The octopus.
Yeah, they're trying to
That's
create
pretty horrible.
farms for them. Yeah,
Horrible,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. And there's huge amounts of people are fishing them off the coast here.
Really?
So many of them. Yeah, yeah. Like off the coast of Newlyn and places like that. It's horrendous. But again, why be against exploitation and cruelty to octopus and not towards other animals?
Well, it's a salmon fish, just the same thing, isn't it? That's cool.
Yeah.
It just makes you think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm slowly going off meat.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Do you know what the definition of veganism is? I'm just going to stand near my phone so nobody grabs it. You're not in it. No, you're not in it. You're not in it. It's so I used to think that it was like this extreme diet, but the official definition is that it's basically the ethical principle that humans shouldn't exploit other animals. So for anything, including food, clothes, entertainment, testing. So obviously, if you live vegan, it's almost, I almost like to describe it as like a mindset shift. Like you don't see animals as being here for our purpose and for us to exploit, because I don't see the difference, like I said, between a human in all of the ways that it matters to a cow or a pig or a chicken. So I know that obviously you said that you're stopping, reducing your meat consumption, which is amazing, but it's so much more than just about meat. Obviously, like that is a great start, but I'm trying to help people connect the dots so that they're not against any forms of yeah, so it's not again just about food, it's about because we
So what do you place your meals with then?
so I eat a lot of tofu. Have you heard of tofu?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's a lot of protein in tofu. It's about the same amount of protein as eggs per gram. Tofu tempeh as well. You can buy dried soybeans online, and then I soak them and
It's not the same, is it?
It's got all 9 essential amino acids, so nutritionally it's amazing, and it also helps to prevent so many different types of diseases. But the meat and these industries, the animal agriculture industries, pay a lot of money in marketing to spread these, this misinformation and these lies essentially, because they want people to carry on paying for it. So seitan is also another amazing one. Seitan. Seitan, it's S-E-I-T. Sorry?
Is that Japanese?
Oh, I'm not sure what. Yeah, no, it's fine. So yeah, there's loads of different plant-based
Basis meat.
Yeah.
Have to have a look at
And then soy milk and oat milk instead of cow's milk. Because you know what happens?
I don't have cow's milk.
You don't. Okay. What about cheese? You eat cheese?
Feta, but that's not.
So yeah, so it's still from a cow, though, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know what happens to a dairy cow? Because I didn't know until.
They get killed and eaten.
Yeah, but you know that they're forcibly impregnated.
Horrible.
Yeah, and then they have their babies stolen. Yeah.
Fine, single lambs.
Yeah. All have you? It sounds like you've got a lot of compassion, and you're already starting to connect the dots. Have you heard of something called Challenge 22? No, it's basically a 3-week. They call it a challenge, but essentially helps you to transition to being vegan, and you get support from dietitians and nutritionists. Do you want me to give you a little card that has? Yeah, of course. It has the name of that challenge on there. So Challenge 22, and then Dominion is a documentary on YouTube, and it explains all the different forms of what we do to animals. It goes through all of the different species and just explains all of it. So that's Dominion for free on YouTube. Challenge 22, it's for free. You get all the support and help you need. It's for 3 weeks, and they give you all of the nutrition advice and meal replacements and things like that. And then there's just Gary Yourofsky is one of the most well-known animal rights activists, and he's got a speech on YouTube called The Best Speech.
Simon King, is he?
I'm not.
Ignore that.
No, I'm not sure who that is, but you can watch it for free on YouTube. It's an hour long, and it's just so motivational, and he explains exactly everything that, it's hard to articulate what I'm trying to explain in a few minutes, but that speech on YouTube, and it just really helps to wake things up for you a little bit. But try Challenge 22. Do you think you'll try it?
Well, I'm on kidney dialysis already.
Right, okay.
My health and wealth
Yeah.
really important to me.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm slowly coming off it. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
So I've got to look at my diet, because all they're doing is impregnating with all medications in.
Yeah.
And that can't be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although it's keeping me alive,
Yeah.
it's still not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that sometimes you need to supplement just in case, and it explains this on Challenge 22, is vitamin B12.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So it sounds like you know a lot about this already, but that's the only vitamin. That's the only thing that you need to supplement, and they say just in case. I personally don't, because I eat a lot of nutritional yeast, which is the flakes. They taste quite cheesy. They're quite good instead of cheese. But yeah, just be careful, and maybe just check with like a nutritionist or a dietitian. But for sure, people who are even celiac and things like that, who have different conditions are, yeah. So it's even on the NHS website, it now says that everyone can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
I don't remember my dietitian saying any of this.
Right.
She might not
No.
be trained on it.
Exactly.
Just like doctors are not trained on nutrition.
It's not at all, exactly. You can probably find a vegan or a plant-based dietitian, because they will know a lot about it. If you just Google, you should be able to find one locally somewhere, a vegan dietitian, and they'll have.
Tofu.
Yeah.
Is that the way you say it? Tofu?
Sorry.
Tofu.
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 T-O-F-U. Yeah.
So
You
that
can get it
has
from Lidl.
protein?
Lots of protein. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what you need to replace.
Yeah. There's lots of protein in there.
Does it taste alright?
It's the way that you cook it. Like, obviously I wouldn't have it raw, and it's the way that you cook it. But if you roast it, for example, you can make it have quite a firm texture. But again, I always say to people, even if there's like a 5% taste difference, is taste pleasure a good justification for continuing to exploit other animals? You know, like I obviously used to enjoy the taste of meat and eggs and things like that, but for me, that isn't a, you know, what the animals go through is so much worse than me having to sacrifice like a 2% taste difference in my food. Do you get what I mean? But tofu is great. Seitan has a nice texture as well. I'm just trying to be careful with my phone. Yeah, seitan's a great texture. It's quite a meaty sort of texture, but yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Nice to chat to you. Emma, what's your name?
Leon.
Leon. So nice to meet you. Thank you. All right. See you later. Yeah, amazing. Please live vegan for the animals. Like, apparently you save around 200 animals' lives per year when you transition to living vegan.
Right.
So it's a lot.
So for one person, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
If you get
exactly.
500,000 on it, that's even better.
Exactly, and you have a knock-on effect as well. If you're able to prove that, you know, you're living healthily still, and then other people, it has this huge knock-on effect. So yeah.
It's made me realise that your diet is really important.
Yeah.
And I still think nutritionists haven't got it.
Exactly,
And I
exactly.
don't know why they haven't got it. No,
Yeah.
perhaps you just
Yeah.
ring a bell for me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Blessing to meet you.
Yeah, you too. So nice to chat to you. See you
Good luck
later.
with things.
Thank you. Bye.
Your students, is it?
No, I don't know. They're just kids hanging around. I think they're just interested in what I'm saying. Bye. Nice to meet you. See you later. Have a nice day. Oh, you're so cute. Do you want to chat to me or are you just listening? Okay. Yeah. Because I don't believe animals should be exploited for me. I'm just trying to get the attention of people. No. Yeah.
When did you become vegan?
I've been on a plant-based diet for about 6 years, but I didn't go fully vegan until about 7 months ago because I didn't connect with the animals until then. So I didn't understand what was happening to the animals. So for example, I still bought leather. I still bought my dog, who was a bred dog, which is completely unethical because I was basically paying for a mother dog's womb to be exploited for my benefit when there's so.
That would happen anyway in nature. Like they would breed anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not. You wouldn't be paying for it in nature. You're paying for a dog to be bred when there's millions of dogs up for adoption. So the second that you purchase a dog, automatically in another part of the world, another dog gets euthanized because there's so many that are put down. So it's completely not ethical to breed other animals for our benefit. Do you get what I mean?
Where do you get your like evidence as to what happens in a farm? How do you know?
I've seen loads of footage. I've got friends who have been into slaughterhouses. My friends who are on this video now, they're called Mel and Steve. You can find them on YouTube. They do exposés, and also Joey Carbstrong. So I've seen all of his footage where he goes into the slaughterhouses and exposes what happens because these things are hidden from us. Like, I wish somebody told me this when I was your age because I've been paying for animals to be exploited. I'm 33, I've just turned 33. So I've been paying for animals to be exploited for like 32 years, which when you understand what you've been paying for and contributing towards, it's quite mind-blowing because now I'm completely removing myself from that situation. I'm not contributing towards that anymore. And I'm here to explain to other people as well and to explain the truth to them.
Do you have like family who have you got any influence?
I've got friends who are vegan, yeah, but none of my immediate family are vegan, but they're slowly starting to understand. So I'm not actually that close to my immediate family. They're up north in Manchester, and I think I might have only seen them once since I properly went vegan at the start of this year. But I have been explaining to my dad, for example, what happens to animals, and he started to replace, like, he doesn't buy cow's milk anymore, he's buying oat milk and things like that. So they are starting to understand, but the thing, you guys, if you were like to do it together, it would obviously be easier, but it's quite loud, isn't it? And it's easier, you know, with the support of your friends, but at the same time, if you understand and if you don't view animals anymore as being here for you to exploit, like, I would still be vegan even if I was the only person on this planet who is vegan. Do you get what I mean? Because I don't, it's like, do you guys know what the official definition of veganism is?
No.
No? Do you want to give it a guess?
Not exploiting animals for any use.
I pretty much told you, didn't I?
Yeah. So my
Yeah.
dad's a vegan TikTok spy.
Sorry?
My dad's a vegan TikTok spy.
Oh, really? No way. Okay, so what's stopping you from being vegan then?
I mean, my mum, my brother, my sister are vegan. I can't really imagine not eating stuff I eat most days.
So are you vegan as well? No. Okay. So how come you're not though?
I mean, I eat everything I see, the stuff my dad eats. I think like, it's a hard change.
Yeah. Do you think it's hard? You're saying that it would be too much of a hard change.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder for the animals who are being like tortured and killed?
Yeah.
How old are you guys?
14.
Okay, I can show you a video of what I'm talking about if you want. If you want to see the reality, it's 3 minutes, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
I have to check with you because you're only 14 if you definitely want to see it. Do you want to see? It's 3 minutes. We do this thing called the 3-minute movie challenge with other people, but I've got it here on my iPad just to show people because often people don't actually believe the reality of what happens, and I didn't know either. Like I said, until about 8 months ago, I didn't understand either. Okay, so let me just check that the brightness is on.
The one thing that unites us as humans is food.
Okay, one sec. You can stand off the camera if you want, by the way. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Just come a little bit closer so that you can actually see it. It's all it's all over the UK. I'm not sure when it was actually put together, but this stuff happens all day, every day. Like, this is legal standard practice.
One thing that unites us as humans is food. And one thing that's common amongst almost all our cultures is the
You probably
use
can't hear it
of
very well,
animals
can you?
in food. Supermarket packaging and marketing campaigns may lead us to believe these animals live happy lives. But is this actually the case?
I'm just standing in the way
In the
so
pig
you're not on the
industry,
camera.
piglets who are born too small or weak are considered to have no economic value.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Many are just left to die. Others are killed by being smashed against the floor.
So they've smashed baby piglets against the floor as a form of killing them if they're not strong
Those
enough
who survive
and if they're
have
not
their
growing
tails
fast
stopped,
enough.
teeth clipped,
Well, my dad's actually a farmer. I've never
and
seen that
testicles
happen
ripped
before.
out
That doesn't happen.
with no pain relief.
Okay,
That's not,
yeah.
That's not accurate.
During and after they give birth, mother pigs are often confined in crates so small they can't even turn around. Since only female chickens lay eggs, male chicks in the egg
So
industry
all male
are
chicks in the
considered useless
egg
and
industry are ground
killed
up
at
alive?
their first day of life. Most often, they're macerated alive. Chickens in the meat industry are selectively bred to grow extremely big, extremely fast. As a result, they often experience problems walking, standing,
Yeah, so they breed them so big that they can't even walk anymore, so that they literally, like, their legs can't take their weight.
Where?
cows in the
All
dairy
over the
industry
place,
are
all over the
relentlessly
world.
milked, which can cause them to collapse from exhaustion.
So this is the dairy industry.
Out of all the animals we use for food, fish are the animals we kill in the largest numbers. Yet, they're the ones we protect the least from cruelty and suffering. Investigations have often found fish still conscious long after being put on ice. Whether they're raised for meat, dairy, or eggs, all animals are eventually sent to a slaughterhouse. Many are killed by being hung upside down and having their throats slit.
So most 88% of pigs in the UK are killed in CO2 gas chambers. So they're lower down and they literally burn from the inside out in these gas chambers, which most people don't actually know that we have gas chambers in the UK. No. This is probably the type of thing that I bet your dad has maybe tried to tell you
is
about.
the carbon dioxide gas chamber.
It's harder to understand when it's your family.
Yeah.
Like my family, for example, probably won't listen to me as much as they'll listen to someone else talking about this. Can you hear them screaming? This is why I don't think there's a moral difference between a human and a different animal. Yeah. So that's standard legal practice all over the UK. I know that you said that your dad's a farmer, and I'm not trying to point fingers or anything like that. Like, I know that there are slightly better practices, but at the same time, I don't think that any animal, either human or non-human animal, should be bred into existence for the sole use of like us using them, for us exploiting them.
That's how he makes a living though, like that's how people's like whole lives are built around.
Yeah, and I empathise with that, and I know that obviously people need a way of earning money, but if or when the world slowly transitions to like more plant-based, which it slowly is happening, there are support systems in place for people like your dad. I'm not saying that he's going to, but for example, there's a thing called Viva Refarmed, where they go into the farm and they transition the whole farm into like plant-based sources of food and help the farm to do it where they're not using animals, basically. So if and when this gradually starts to change, your dad and your family will still have jobs, but it's just a case of like changing what they're farming. Do you get what I mean?
So when that change is made, what would you do with the animals that you've got?
So, like, some farms... What did you just do? Okay, I thought you like tried to grab my phone then. I'm not gonna even give those the time of day. No, so a lot of places turn their farms into sanctuaries, like that has been done. You know that there's like there's a sanctuary up the road, the donkey sanctuary. Yeah, you've not been there. There's a yeah. I'm not going to say where it is because I'm on the live, but there's a donkey sanctuary up the road, and I'm not saying that used to be a farm, but there are actually ways of. I'm blocking the camera, by the way. Okay. Yeah, there are actually ways of transferring the farm into a sanctuary or into like plant-based ways of earning money. How did that video make you guys feel? Yeah. Do you think that we can use and exploit animals and respect them? So can we use animals for their flesh, for their fur, for their eggs, and respect them? What about you? Because you said that your parents are vegan. Yeah.
Well, my dad is one.
Okay. So would you consider going vegan, or is it not even an option?
I mean, I probably wouldn't consider it, but I see where my dad's coming from.
Sorry?
I probably wouldn't consider it, but I see where he comes from.
Yeah. How come you wouldn't consider it?
I just eat everything every day. Like, for example, a burger, or there's a lot of things are made out of animal things like leather and like cheese, milk, everything. Like you can get alternatives, but
yeah,
I just never really gave it a thought.
Yeah. So I like, even if there's a slight taste difference, which there's not often, like I way prefer plant-based food now anyway, but I don't think taste pleasure is a justification of exploiting other animals to death. Imagine if that was you in that bit of bread.
No one would threaten to shut me up.
What?
If I'm a pig, I would just shut them.
Yeah, but animals aren't food. They're not here for you. They're here with us. Like, I know that you think that you're funny. Like, you've got all of your mates, but would you be doing this? Would you be doing that if your mates weren't here? Yeah. You're literally eating a living sentient being.
No, it's not living.
They were a living sentient being before you paid for them to be killed.
What is a living what?
Sentient. So sentience is like the ability to perceive. So like feelings, emotions. So you know, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this burger is shit, so I'm not gonna turn vegan. I'm not even lying.
Okay, I'm going to try and talk to someone else now. What are your thoughts on dairy farming?
I'm a dairy farmer myself.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to chat to me so that you can hear with the microphone?
So what are your thoughts on the whole dairy farming thing?
Yeah.
What do you see in livestock units? Do you see it as abusive, or do you see it as something kind?
So I don't think that you can breed anyone into existence with the sole point in exploiting them for anything, including their milk.
So what if I said that?
I just need to stay really close to my camera because these kids keep on like coming up to me.
So what if I said livestock can't normally survive by themselves? They used to be able to, but now in our era, they can't really survive by themselves. They need human assistance to help them out.
As in the cows do?
As in the cows. They produce and they lactate. And well, they can't go all day without being milked.
Okay.
So it's kind of a kindness to milk them.
What about where are their babies?
Their babies, well, what we do with them is they stay with the mother and then we remove them.
Yeah, how old are they, the babies, when you remove them?
Oh, a couple of months old.
Okay, so why can't you just let them stay with their mothers?
Because sometimes the mother can get aggressive.
Okay.
And there has been cases where people have left their calf with the mother and the calf's been killed.
Okay, so is the sole purpose why you remove the babies from their mothers? Is it just
to try
because?
and protect them.
Yeah, it's not so that it's not.
So we're trying to be cruel.
No, I'm not saying it's that you're trying to be cruel. I don't think anyone, is inherently cruel. And I'm just, instigating these conversations to help people to connect the dots. But I don't think that you're cruel. I don't think that farmers are cruel in general. I just think that it's immoral and unethical to exploit any living being who doesn't, they don't have the decision. So you're saying that you're not cruel, but you do just take the babies away after a few months from their mothers so that the mothers aren't aggressive towards the babies. Is every mother aggressive towards their baby? Okay.
But it is kind of hard because they can't just turn like that. After all, they are a big animal.
Yeah.
They're killing machines.
Yeah.
And they can't just change their mind just like that.
Yeah, okay. So the only reason why you remove the babies from their mothers is to protect the babies from, so it's not to make money from the milk?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So,
I mean, it's
so why
also a
don't you just give the milk away?
We can't really do that.
So it is to make money from the milk then?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah. Mostly. No, I know, and a lot of it's subsidised by taxes as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what have you heard of Viva Refarmed? Okay, so it's basically where they help you transition if you didn't want to do what you were doing anymore, because a lot of farmers look at these cows and they do love them and they don't want to, take them off to be slaughtered when they're not strong enough anymore, and a lot of farmers do actually transition to plant-based crops or turn their farm into a sanctuary, and often they help you even earn more money than you were before. So it's maybe something to look into. It's called Viva Refarmed. I don't know if you want to write it on your phone or anything, but so you're saying that you don't actually make that money, but you do make money from...
It's all right money, but I mean it's good in one sense for we're reusing it, because otherwise it would just go to waste.
Okay.
Obviously milk is quite a big thing. It's,
how many cows do you have on your farm?
We have around about 500 head of cows. 500
cows? Okay, so it's not like a small...
No.
Right, okay. Yeah, so for me, you can't... I don't see a moral difference between a cow and a dog and a human animal. So I wouldn't breed a human animal into existence for the sole purpose of milking them and selling their milk and then taking their baby away, whether it's to protect the baby or not. Like, I just don't see animals...
Do the mums miss the cats?
No, they don't really care. It's like nothing happened.
Yeah, so I don't believe that, unfortunately, because I've seen it for myself, and I've seen huge amounts of. Are you together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you live on the same farm?
We don't live on it. He works on it, but I'm just in the same place.
Right. Okay. So you don't actually work on the farm?
No, I don't.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I've seen huge amounts of footage and seen it for myself where the mothers pine, and also I live surrounded by dairy fields of cows with dairy cows in them, and I hear them myself. Like, I hear the cows crying myself. So unfortunately, I don't believe that 500 cows, not one of them pines for their child when you take their child away.
Dairy. They don't make them become pregnant. They get pregnant themselves. So like, as in, the bull is with the field.
So you never use AI?
We do use AI in some cases, yeah.
If they can't get
Oh, okay. What percentage of the cows do you use AI with? Being honest.
50% of our milking.
Okay, yeah. So it's still, like, to me, because my mindset is that there's no moral difference between a human animal and a cow, to me, forcibly impregnating a cow when they've not given consent to it by AI, which is, like, you obviously either do it or get someone else to do it, to me, that is diabolical, because I don't see that there's a moral difference between a cow and a human. I would never ever accept that happening to a human, so there's no way I'm going to be okay with paying for that to happen to another animal. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Because I know, unfortunately, it's not unfortunately, obviously it's fortunate for the animal rights movement. For the farmers, obviously it's a little bit different, your perspective is very different, but times are changing. People are unfortunately starting to learn what happens to the cows, and they don't like it. Like, most people, when they learn about AI and when they learn about the cows crying for their young, which the majority of the time they do, people don't like it, and then they do switch to plant-based alternatives. So I've said this to a few other farmers before as well, because I don't disrespect farmers, and I still want farmers to earn a living, but it can just be a case of, like, I know of farms that have transitioned to producing oat milk, for example, and they still earn money from it. So would that ever be an option for you, or no? Never. Okay, cool.
Wouldn't be able to go down that alternative because you don't have that kind of.
What about cheese? I'm not like educated on it.
Yeah.
What would happen with that?
What do you mean, what would happen with it?
Milk wouldn't be produced. How would
So there's
they?
plant-based cheeses.
They can't be as nice then.
How would they?
Yeah, but taste pleasure doesn't justify the torture and abuse that we put animals through. I don't care about whether it's... I don't personally eat plant-based cheese because I am on a whole foods plant-based diet. But even if there was a 5% taste difference, I'm not okay with forcibly impregnating other animals against their will just so I can be like, a little bit of cheese. Like, to me, that is mind-blowing. I'm not okay with abusing other animals and killing them. I get, obviously they don't want to die just because of my own taste pleasure. Like, to me, that is the same as a psychopath or a murderer or a paedophile. You're literally choosing yourself over another animal. I'm not saying you, I'm saying people in general. This is my frame of mind on it, and most other people who have woken up to this as well. Is like, if you're choosing yourself and your own personal pleasure over the well-being and the rights of another animal, then to me it's like exactly the same as being a rapist or a murderer. Like, because rapists and murderers choose their own preference, their own pleasure over the living being. Yeah, so that's my stance on it.
Behind having to look after
Animals shouldn't, like, there's no...
There is a legislation and there's a Care Act against
Yeah, I know, but I'm not a welfarist. I'm not here to promote welfare, because that basically says, let's continue exploiting animals, but just in a slightly better way. Like, I wouldn't try to say, let's keep exploiting humans, but just in a better way. I would say I want to completely abolish all types of racism, sexism. Speciesism is where you think that a different species of animal is more important or better than a different species of animal. So because we're animals, yeah, do you agree that we're animals?
Yeah.
I don't think that we're superior, because this is like this human thinking that we're more important than other animals?
In one sense, not more important, but without us being here, animals wouldn't have the lifestyle they would at the moment.
Okay.
There were more animals cruelly in pain before human species came onto Earth.
Right.
Because animals would just sit there who are ill or who have injured themselves, like wild horses. Now you have to shoot them, obviously, which I don't agree with because I'm an equestrian.
Okay.
But they can't, like we can recover. Animals can't do that as easily because of predators.
We've had several cows from the breaking hips. We can't do anything about it.
Right. Okay, so not in like a patronising way, but what was your point, just so that I can reply?
Yeah. I just think that, because you said that we're superior, like not superior, but...
Human supremacy mindset, that was what I was trying to look for.
Yeah, but we also create like places where they can be safely in, like sanctuaries and stuff.
Sanctuaries, yeah, 100%. I agree with sanctuaries. I think they're amazing.
But without us, they won't have that.
Yeah, but in sanctuaries they're not exploited. Sanctuaries, for example, the one down the road, I'm not going to say where it is because I'm on live at the moment, but the one like there's a vegan cafe, it's all plant-based because they understand that we're literally rescuing animals. Why would we pay for animals to be exploited and murdered essentially just for people to have food? So sanctuaries are amazing, and yes, farmed animals will and do need a place to go and find peace and live out their natural normal lives without being exploited and murdered by us. So sanctuaries are amazing, and we definitely are going to start needing more of them. But the point is, do you know how many animals we breed into the existence every year?
A lot, but I have no idea.
Yeah, 80 billion.
Yeah.
So if we weren't breeding 80 billion animals into existence each year, if we stopped doing that, then there wouldn't be, 80 billion animals roaming around because we would stop breeding them for our own purpose. Yes, like when this slowly happens over time, which it is happening, people are going more plant-based and people are starting to learn the truth. When it gradually happens, like there is going to be obviously a decline of animals who are bred, but it will be a gradual change, and then there will be like sanctuaries where the animals can go and be rescued and things like that. So I understand what you're saying, like a lot of the time they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us, but I don't think it's ethical to breed somebody into existence just for the purpose of us. I think that the animals who are already here, yes, they need to find sanctuary somewhere, they need to be rescued and looked after and live out their natural life. But it's like, it's for me, it's a complete mindset shift. Like it was like waking up to this huge realization of being like, animals are not here for me and my own like taste pleasure, or like animals are not a pair of shoes. Like that's a living sentient being who doesn't want to die.
Last question. What do you think is going to happen in the future with that kind of situation? Do you think it's going to go all vegan, or do you think it will stay the way it is right now?
Yeah, I think personally I think the world will go vegan, but maybe just not in my lifetime. I think a huge percent of the population will be plant-based, and almost, a lot of people will be. And I think dairy is going to be the first one to go because people are disgusted at what happens in the dairy industry. I'm sorry, obviously that is your life, that's you earning a life. Sorry?
I see that as a massive consideration.
Yeah, but you're saying that... But you're spreading misinformation because you benefit from it in terms of your monetary gains. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you that 50% of what you just said and saying that the cows don't pine for their young. They do. I've heard it myself. They do.
They pine, but half of these are heavy.
Your benefit is that you're making money. I'm literally stood on the street for no reason other than these animals' rights. Like there's no benefit to me. I have no personal gain. I understand that this is your livelihood, you earn a living from it, so you need to protect your livelihood. But that's why so many farmers do not tell the 100% truth. And that's why when so many people go in and expose these farms and these slaughterhouses, when people see what happens, they don't like it. And they start to change.
There's a lot of legal, there's legal situations. with farming and slaughterhouses, we all have to fall under a certain care act. So half of the stuff you see online is actually wrong.
Right.
Half the stuff you see about animal abuse on dairy farms is wrong. Half of these animals are, well, they're looked after better than us. They're fed better than us.
Okay.
They're cared for.
But their purpose is for what?
Their purpose is to be here.
And to be milked. You would
Necessarily, but
so
they're
would
here.
okay.
Milking is, they have it done so they don't get ill.
Yeah.
If you don't milk a cow, the cow's going to get ill.
Okay.
The cow's going to deteriorate and potentially die.
Okay. So would you keep those cows? Would you keep 500 if you weren't making any money from these cows? Would you still keep those 500 cows if they weren't making you money? Okay, I don't believe you. Sorry, but that's one of the things that I don't believe. Because they would be, wouldn't they be costing a lot of money to keep with you?
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't believe that you would still have them and look after them and keep them if they weren't earning money from you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be earning money from them. You would just, because I don't breed my dog and like take the milk from his puppy, like his puppies, essentially. If you really cared about your cows, you wouldn't be exploiting them and using money from them. Like my dog is my best friend, and so is my husband, and I don't use either of them for money. That's not loving someone. If you genuinely love them with this, because I see, but my husband's a human. My husband's an animal, same as me, same as a dog, same as a cow. We're all animals. There's no difference between any of us. I love my husband, I love my dog, I love cows. I don't exploit any of them. I don't agree with human exploitation. I don't agree with non-human animal exploitation either. Okay, cool. It's nice to chat to you. If you did want to look into it, it's called Refarmed. I know that you said that you would never ever change or never look into it, but just in case. And if you wanted to look more into what I'm talking about, there's a documentary on YouTube called Dominion. And it basically explains all of the different animals and explains like horses, cows, pigs, chickens, all of the different ways that we exploit them and use them for our own purpose. But yeah, it's nice to chat to you anyway. Thank you. See you later. Oh, hi, John. I'll just use you an example of not wanting to exploit you. Okay, I might just have one more conversation and then I'm going to go. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't think it should be legal.
You don't think it should be legal? How come?
Because I don't think you should abuse animals.
Okay. So what type of animal abuse are you against?
All of it. All of it.
Yeah. Okay. So you're against like animal testing? Yeah. So you don't buy any products that are tested on animals?
I try not to, no.
Yeah. Do you check your toiletries?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of the website called Cruelty Free Kitty? Yeah, it's basically a website where you can check whether your toiletries have been tested on animals or not. Do you? If you don't want to be in it, don't be in the video because you are on a video. Do you agree? What about farmed animals? Do you think that they shouldn't be abused?
No.
No. Okay. So, are you vegan?
I'm veggie. I am.
Okay. So, what about cows and chickens?
I eat chickens. Yeah, I think I drink milk. I eat eggs because well, like cows need to be milked or they'll die if they're not milked.
Okay. Yeah, that's what the industry wants you to believe.
That is, I've worked on a farm and it is true.
Okay, on some farms, but then if a human, would you know how like human women produce too much milk? Do we pay for their milk? Do we milk them more because they produce too much milk and they get? No. So why do it to a cow?
Because they're also done. Because that, like a woman will pump extra breast milk and then she'll keep it in a fridge for her baby later because the cow, if you don't milk a cow though, the cow will die. I think that's wrong. No, I agree with her.
I agree. No, I don't think that's
No.
I don't think you should. Why do you think that's wrong? No, why do you think that's wrong? She thinks that cows should be milked. Yeah, I don't think it should be. Yeah, but why? I don't think it should be. She doesn't know. Are you live on TikTok? What are you live on?
YouTube. Okay, I'm going to finish that because my back's hurting.